With Caliber Real Estate. Today I am going to share with you a little bit about my secret sauce, as I like to say, in terms of analyzing neighborhoods and understanding market data. But first I'm going to kind of give you a brief introduction of who I am if you don't know who I am. So I'm a real estate agent with Caliber Real Estate, like I mentioned, in Bellevue. I help people buy and sell real estate using top-notch negotiating skills as well as modern marketing techniques. And I pair that with my finance analytical background from the University of Washington. So in a moment, like I said, I'm going to show you this awesome software that I use. It allows me to take data and go really granular with it to understand pretty much any neighborhood within King County, Pierce, and Snohomish counties. And that data, it basically can be anywhere from demographic data, neighborhood data, to crime statistics, to appreciation trends, and stuff like that. So really cool. I'm excited to share it with you, but one thing I need to tell you is please stay to the end, because it's important that you see the tool in action to really understand the robustness of it and the powerful tool that it really is from understanding markets. So I'd like to share a little bit about how I came across this tool real quick. I graduated summa cum laude from the University of Washington in finance. This kind of gave me an analytical background to everything I approach, everything I do. I like to get really detailed. I'm a really detail-oriented person, and that kind of led me to this tool. As I was researching how to understand markets in a deeper way, I came across Neighborhood Scout. So as you know, that this is the name I'm sure you can see in your screen. Neighborhood Scout is the name of this tool that I use. It was actually, I'm going to kind of show you, actually I'm going to go to the bottom. So I'm going to show you what this tool is and how it was created. As you can see here on your screen, it was created by Dr. Andrew Schiller, who earned his PhD from Clark University's Graduate School of Geography. This is America's oldest and largest geographic PhD program. He basically assembled a team of data scientists and experts in geographic information systems to create what is Neighborhood Scout. So this is a really robust tool that takes public sources, data sources, thousands and thousands of data sources basically, as well as data points, and assembles it into reports that allow you to understand neighborhoods from a really granular perspective. And it's really great. I mean, it's something that is really fun to use, because it really, you can kind of think you know something about a neighborhood, but then when you actually use this tool, it really opens your eyes to what is actually going on in the neighborhood. So yes, that's sort of very small, scratching the surface of what this powerful tool can do, but I'm going to walk you through it and show you kind of an example of how to use the tool. But first I want to say, you know, the problem with some real estate agents is that they don't understand markets well enough to provide accurate insights to their clients, and that could eventually hurt their clients. I would never want this to happen to anybody, but unfortunately it does. It's important to buy in the right neighborhood so that when the economy slows down or markets kind of retract, that the value still is there in a specific neighborhood that you may have purchased in, because some drop faster in value than others, which means that the ones that hold their value are more like blue chip properties or neighborhoods, which means they hold their value no matter what's really going on. And there might be some dip obviously in value, but overall it's, you know, you want to buy in a place that's going to be a blue chip market if you're planning on living there for, you know, years. So like I said, this is a paid software with limited reports. You can generate per month. It's a software that I paid out of my own pocket apart from my brokerage, and I do get 10 reports per month, and those reports don't last forever. They actually do expire, but the company does that so that they can keep control of their intellectual property, because they don't want people, you know, figuring out how they do their algorithms and stuff like that. So I kind of wanted to paint a picture for you before we get into how to use this tool. Wanted to kind of give you a scenario. So imagine you're a person looking to buy a house in a neighborhood, and you've saved up months and months of income, like people mostly do, and you decide, oh, I like this area because it's close to public transit, if that's important to you, and you decide, it looks like a good enough neighborhood, and you buy there. Well, it turns out, had you gone through the process with Neighborhood Scout, you would have been able to identify that there's a high crime statistics, violent crime statistics in the neighborhood. And this actually hurts not only your safety from your family safety standpoint, but also the value you can get out of your property when it's time to sell later on, maybe 6 years down the road or something. Crime actually affects appreciation in neighborhoods pretty much the most. So this is something that, besides like obviously schooling and school district and stuff like that, but that's something that you really should be aware of, not only for your family safety, but also for the ability to sell your house at a profit when it's time to leave that area or scale up or downsize or whatever you're going to be doing. But that is unfortunately a really real happenstance for a lot of people. They buy in a place just because of one or two features that they don't really understand in depth what they're getting themselves into, and something that's one of the largest financial assets that you'll ever purchase or sell in your lifetime, you probably should have a little bit more data at your disposal. So that's something to keep in mind. So what can kind of keep you from experiencing a situation like this? Well, that's where Neighborhood Scout and I come into the picture. I'm more than happy to help provide these types of reports to you. I'd love to meet with you and discuss how this works in detail, as this is going to be sort of a short video and snapshot. But basically, I would love to sit down with you and talk with you about what your goals are, what you're interested in, and I would run obviously a certain property address into this software for you to understand what you could be looking at in terms of statistics, trends and forecasts and stuff like that, so you really know what you're buying. Now I'm going to go into a demo. I'm not going to stop talking about it. I'm going to go actually into a demo. So I kind of picked this property in Laurelhurst, Seattle, just as an example. This one was actually listed for sale. So what you see here basically is you'll see the address, you'll see an aerial view, pretty close to the water, so it's probably going to be pretty cool. But there's a neighborhood button here and a micro neighborhood. You'll go I scroll down here, you can see 44 statistics in real estate, 5 alerts found, demographics, crimes, schools, trends, and forecasts. Then this is kind of cool too. It shows the popular real estate near this area. So you look Medina, Mercer Island, in different places in Seattle, and then it talks about the comparability in terms of how much the statistics match up by those neighborhoods that are close. So as you can see here, this is before I've unlocked the report. It says this neighborhood's median real estate price is $1.5 million, which is more expensive than 99.4% of the neighborhoods in Washington and 99.1% of the neighborhoods in the US. So I'm going to click unlock as an example here. So as you can see, like I said, it says this report is now unlocked through December 19th, 2018, and I have 9 report credits remaining. This was a new month, so basically it is unlocking as we speak. So then it goes into a more robust synopsis or summary of what you can expect out of this. I'm not going to run through all of this just because I know your time is valuable, and so is mine. So I will kind of take you through this really briefly. So it kind of talks about the neighbors, the income, occupations, languages, ethnicity, ancestry, getting to work and commute time. Then as we go up here, go to real estate. That was the overview, by the way. Shows you the median home value, median real estate taxes. Then it talks about neighborhood home prices by price range. So 55.8% is above 1.45 million. And then value relative to nation and value relative to state. As you can see, it's like one of the highest. Pretty crazy. Rental market, average rent per month, and then gross rental yield. And if you go hover over this alert, it says this neighborhood's average monthly rental cost is among the highest in this state, according to Neighborhood Scout's exclusive analysis, which is pretty cool. Median monthly rent by number of bedrooms. So you can see the median rent by how many bedrooms the house has. Lakefront, urban, Housing market details, age of home, types of homes, single family, townhomes, small apartment buildings, apartment complexes, mobile homes. Don't know where there's a mobile home in Laurelhurst, but wow. Anyway, home size, special purpose housing, home ownership, owners 66.4% versus renters, seasonally vacant, vacant year round. So that was the real estate look, the demographics. Luxury communities, excellent. Young single professionals, very good. Family friendly, good. College student friendly, fair. Retirement dream areas, poor. Special character, age, marital status, gender ratio, household types, employment industries in Laurelhurst, professional, scientific, and technical, tops the list, healthcare, education, retail, manufacturing, which this makes sense, right? You would imagine some of this would be either the finance sector or the tech sector, since we have Microsoft and Facebook and Google up here, and Amazon, obviously. So commute to work, means of transport, migration and mobility, race and ethnicity, diversity, occupations, ancestries and languages spoken, unemployment rate in this neighborhood versus the nation, per capita income, median household income, education, percent with a college degree, percent with an advanced degree, income and education relative to the nation. So now crime, this is interesting. Wow, so total crime index 30, so 100 would be the safest, so you'd expect Laurelhurst to have less crime, but apparently it has a little bit, but it depends on the type, right? So property crime is less violent than violent crime, obviously. So it looks like there are 278 number of crimes per 1,000 residents, that's 35.69. And then violent was low at 13, so violent's not that bad. So as you scroll down, you look at violent crime, it's like 65 out of 100. So it's safer than 65% of U.S. neighborhoods, basically. Murder index, rape index, robbery index, assault index. Shows you Seattle versus this neighborhood. So violent crime is way lower than the average in Seattle, and even lower than the average in Washington. So that's cool. But yeah, so then property crime, there's a lot of property crime in this. Obviously, there's a lot of money in this neighborhood. So that, I guess that makes sense. Crimes per square mile. So that's kind of crime in a snapshot. Then schools. So school quality 95 out of 100. That's awesome. That's really good. So as you can see, it talks about quality rating compared to Washington and then quality rating compared to nation. So Eckstein Middle School, Interagency Detention School, Laurelhurst Elementary School, Roosevelt High School. Children in the neighborhood living in poverty, 2.9%. Lowest percentages of children living below the federal poverty line. Wow. So yeah, there's a lot of great statistics in here, guys. This is really great to understand where you're buying. And then trends and forecasts. This is awesome. So this is like the nuts and bolts of this, basically. So what is blue chip? Like I said before, blue chip essentially means that the value is going to stay there. Overall, if in the case of a downturn, the value will stay pretty, steady. Doesn't mean it won't come down at all, but it will stay steady compared to other places that will drop a lot and appreciate or depreciate in value a lot. So rising star index is moderate. Obviously, going forward, the trend is that it'll probably start slowing down just because we've had such a huge uptick in appreciation already in the last few years. So the 3-year forecast is moderate, basically in this neighborhood. As you can see, 3-year forecast is 16.8% total. That's 5.31%, which is better than what most people get in the stock market, so that's pretty good still. Last quarter, it was 3.1%, and that was compared to Metro, that was rated a 4, but compared to the rest of America, that's 10. Last 12 months, last 5 years, look at the appreciation here. Pretty crazy. Key price drivers at this location: income trend, neighborhood look and feel, vacancies, school performance, access to high-paying jobs, and then cons, none. You don't see that very often, so that's pretty crazy. So access to high-paying jobs is high, price advantage over surrounding neighborhoods, similar price, jobs within an hour, It's pretty cool how many jobs within these time frames. So anyway, this is really a really powerful tool, as you can see. I mean, it really is quite extensive, and this is something that I have access to. I pay for. I'm more than happy to sit down with you if you're interested in buying or selling real estate or even investing, and using this tool on your behalf so that you know what you're getting yourself into with one of the biggest purchases or sales you'll ever make in your lifetime. So I think it's important to access this if you are interested in making a choice in real estate in terms of buying or selling. So one thing I want you to keep in mind is I only have 10 reports per month, and I do run lots of reports. And so I start to run out. So if you're interested, please shoot me an email at josiahw@caliberre.com or give me a call at 360-560-8073, and I'd be happy to get in touch with you and discuss how we can work together and actually have you receive one of these reports from me. But yeah, like I said, it's a great tool. I use it. I wish other agents used it. A lot of agents don't even know about it. So I guess one question to ask yourself is what should you expect out of your agent? And there's a lot you should expect out of your agent, especially in today's market. So I hope you guys liked this video, and I also hope you liked my Hawaiian shirt. It's my favorite Hawaiian shirt, but it's my only Hawaiian shirt, so that's probably why. So give me a comment about the shirt if you like it in the comment section of the video. But otherwise, give me a call. I'd love to work with you, and hope to speak with you soon. Take care, guys.